In the year 2000, two entrepreneurs walked into a corporate office in Dallas, Texas. They had a small startup. Barely profitable. Built around a strange idea: mailing DVDs to people's homes. They offered to sell their company for $50 million. The executives in that room laughed them out of the building. That small startup was Netflix. Today, it's worth over $200 billion. This is the story of how Blockbuster had the chance to own the future of entertainment, and said no. In the 1990s, Blockbuster was untouchable. 9,000 stores across the United States. Billions in annual revenue. Every Friday night, millions of Americans walked through those blue and yellow doors to rent a movie. Blockbuster wasn't just a video rental chain. It was a cultural institution. But two men, Reed Hastings and Marc Randolph, saw a problem most people ignored: late fees. Hastings himself once paid $40 in late fees for a single VHS tape. The frustration stuck with him. In 1997, he and Randolph founded Netflix. Not as a streaming service, that technology didn't exist yet, but as a DVD by mail company. No due dates. No late fees. Just a red envelope in your mailbox. By 2000, Netflix was growing, but it was burning cash. The dot-com bubble had just burst, and investors were terrified of anything internet-related. Hastings and Randolph needed a lifeline. So they flew to Dallas to meet with Blockbuster's CEO, John Antioco, and his executive team. Their pitch was simple. Blockbuster would acquire Netflix for $50 million. Netflix would become Blockbuster's online arm. Both companies would benefit. According to Randolph's own account, the Blockbuster executives could barely contain their laughter during the meeting. To them, Netflix looked like a niche business for movie buffs. A rounding error compared to Blockbuster's billion-dollar empire. They said no for a few years. That decision looked correct. Blockbuster kept growing. Netflix kept struggling to turn a profit. But underneath the surface, something was shifting. Netflix wasn't just a mail-order DVD company. It was quietly becoming a data company. Every rental, every rating, every recommendation was feeding an algorithm that understood its customers better than any video store clerk ever could. Meanwhile, Blockbuster was stuck defending an old business model built on physical stores and late fees, the very system Netflix was built to destroy. By 2004, Blockbuster finally noticed the threat. It launched Blockbuster Online, cutting late fees and competing directly with Netflix. It might have worked if it had happened 5 years earlier. Instead, Blockbuster was fighting a two-front war. Competing with Netflix online, while still paying for thousands of expensive physical stores. Netflix had no stores to maintain. No rent. No in-store staff. Just warehouses and red envelopes. Then came the moment that changed everything. In 2007, Netflix launched streaming. No more waiting for the mail. No more DVDs at all. Just instant access to movies and shows on your computer. Blockbuster had no answer. Its entire business was built around physical locations. Streaming didn't just compete with that model, it made it obsolete overnight. By 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy. 9,000 stores became a handful, then a few dozen, then almost none. Netflix, meanwhile, became one of the most valuable media companies on the planet, eventually producing its own award-winning films and shows. Today, there is exactly one Blockbuster store left in the entire world. It's in Bend, Oregon. It survives mostly as a tourist attraction and a piece of nostalgia. So what actually happened here? It wasn't that Blockbuster's executives were foolish. In 2000, $50 million for a DVD by mail company genuinely looked like a bad deal. The real mistake wasn't the meeting in Dallas. It was everything that came after it, the years Blockbuster spent assuming its dominance was permanent, while a smaller, hungrier competitor kept adapting. Blockbuster didn't lose because Netflix got lucky. Blockbuster lost because it mistook market leadership for invincibility, until the moment it no longer was. If you found this story interesting, subscribe, because next week, we're covering the company that almost bought Google for less than $1 million, and said no.